my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're looking at the launch ratings for the top 10 wide receivers in Madden 24. Now, the newest member of the 99 Club is Justin Jefferson, so we're going to look at his stats right here. 1 Offensive Player of the Year, 5th in MVP voting, 1st Team All-Pro and Pro Bowl, had a league-high 128 receptions, league-high 1,809 yards, league-high 106.4 yards per game, and a league-high 13.9 yards per touch. So that's absolutely huge. His longest catch was higher, his yards per target were higher, and his yards from scrimmage are much higher. He obviously deserves to be in the 99 Club, maybe the best wide receiver in the game today. And keep in mind that he has a quarterback in Kirk Cousins who most people would have maybe outside the top 10 or maybe at the very bottom end of the top 10. Tyreek Hill, obviously the fastest wide receiver in the game, 99 speed. Devontae Adams, everybody knows about him. He can't stop catching 100 balls every year. But next we're going to do a deep dive on Cooper Kupp, who is a 96 this year. So he won the Triple Crown in 2021 with 145 catches, almost 2,000 yards, and 16 touchdowns, 114.5 yards per game. He was 3rd in MVP voting, which is absolutely huge for a wide receiver, 1 Offensive Player of the Year, and was obviously 1st Team All-Pro and a Pro Bowler. Last year, he only played in 9 games. He had 75 catches for less than 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. But keep in mind that not only was he injured, his quarterbacks were injured. He went through a bit of a quarterback carousel. So yeah, I think he deserves to be 96. Let's see if he can solidify himself as a top 3 receiver again this year. Stephon Diggs has had a bit of a tumultuous offseason, but is still one of the biggest threats on that team. And then we're going to go into Jamar Chase, who is Joe Burrow's favorite target. In both of his years in the league, he's caught more than 80 balls. He's had more than 1,000 yards in both his seasons in the league. 13 touchdowns in 2021 versus only 9 this year, but people know what he's about and are covering him a little bit heavier. And of course, he made his 2nd consecutive Pro Bowl, and he was Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. Now, his stats went down because, like I said, people know about him now and are covering him a lot more closely, but he's still Joe Burrow's favorite target, and he should get paid here soon, just like Burrow. DeAndre Hopkins is with a new team. I'm curious to see what he's going to look like with Ryan Tannehill throwing him the ball. Terry McLaurin is obviously the #1 on his team. He's been through a quarterback carousel as well. I feel like he would have a higher rating if he had a little bit more stable quarterback play. But next we're going to dive into A.J. Brown, who was a focal point of the Eagles offense that got them to the Super Bowl. Remember that the Titans traded A.J. Brown to the Eagles on draft night last season and then drafted his comp in Treylon Burks. So A.J. Brown had his best receiving season of the year with almost 1,500 yards, caught his most balls at 88, tied his career high for touchdowns at 11. He finished 9th in MVP voting, 11th in Offensive Player of the Year, was 2nd Team All-Pro due to some other great receivers out there, and he made his 2nd Pro Bowl. So in a run-heavy offense, he managed to separate himself from that scheme. Absolutely huge pickup for the Eagles, and we'll see if he duplicates it this year, as teams will be stacking the box to stop that really potent run game. And then rounding out the top 10, we have Amari Cooper, who's just a really solid receiver for the Browns. He was a Cowboy for a long time. Now he's playing with Deshaun Watson. Should have Deshaun Watson for the whole season, so we'll see if his ranking makes an uptick with Deshaun Watson throwing him the ball for all 17 games. But those are the top wide receivers in Madden 24 at launch. Who should be higher, who should be lower, who got snubbed out of the top 10? Let me know down below if you want. I love that kind of thing. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it.